What's up everybody, Rick from RallySport Direct, and welcome to episode number 2 of our Forester XT build, the quest for a 500 wheel horsepower off-road Forester. In the last episode, we got the transmission out. We didn't get a whole lot done. So in this episode, I'm hoping to, really put some work in on the car, get the transmission back in, fix some things wrong with it, and hopefully get it started. So let's get to work. We got the transmission out, obviously, and what I thought was a broken clutch fork actually is not. It is a completely disintegrated throwout bearing. So half the throwout bearing sitting in the pressure plate, half of it sitting here on the transmission, and we obviously have an incredibly leaky rear main seal. So we were gonna throw in an aftermarket clutch in this, but with all the leaks in the engine, I think I'll just end up reusing the stock clutch for now until we go with like a built engine, be able to clean everything up. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take off the clutch, the pressure plate, check the turbo, and then start pulling off all the crappy parts, put on new control arms. Let's get back into it. We've got this old clutch out, and I was planning on reusing it, but there is literally almost zero life left in this clutch. Here's the dilemma though. I don't want to be putting this one in. Eventually this one will go in, and I was thinking about putting it in now, but then I discovered all the oil leaks. I don't want to ruin this beautiful clutch, but I'm worried that putting this back in, it'll just slip. But this will be coming out soon enough once we go with a built engine. And then the other problem here, and luckily I have a new pilot bearing, but that is completely seized. That does not even move. I think we'll try to reuse this one. No, let's just put that one back in. So we've got our new rear main. We'll put that in. We'll get the clutch back on and then put the transmission in, and we can address some other problems. We've got to get this rear main seal out. Got a little pry tool here, and we're just going to work our way around, and we're just trying to avoid scratching the surfaces here. Oh, that's right, okay. We've got the old seal out. This thing is looking extra crunchy. So we've got a new one. We're gonna pop that one back in. So now we want to remove the seized pilot bearing, and I'm just using socket because you want it to be small enough to go inside the flywheel, but you want it resting on the lip of the bearing. You want to get that nicely lined up. Get your sledge and give her a whack. And that's how it's done, boys. I would say that bearing is toast. New bearing goes in the exact same way. Just lightly tap. That's perfect. You want it nice and flush with the flywheel. Let's put the clutch, flywheel, everything back in, and then the transmission can go back in. And then we're gonna struggle with something else. Pressure plate's on. You wanna pull out your alignment tool, and you just wanna make sure it's gonna slide in and out easily. Actually, it's the pilot bearing that's giving us an issue there. I think we should be all right. We got the transmission pretty much mostly in. We just need to work on the top bolts, but we're getting rid of the crappy exhaust that was on there. We're giving this car some proper parts. So we have the Grimmspeed coated downpipe, and then we're combining that with the Tomei full titanium exhaust. Now, the titanium exhaust is not specific for this car, but we should be able to use longer hangers to make it work. Now you might be asking, Rick, you know, the exhaust that was on this car was super nice. Why are you even wanting to take it off? Well, I mean, it is pretty nice. You guys can see, you know, the quality here if I just pull that out there, and, you know, I mean, it's cool because you can like pretty much point that exhaust tip wherever you want, which is really nice. And, you know, I mean, just really high quality welds all around there. So, I mean, we debated keeping it on, but I just think going with something a little bit newer, you know, something like in one piece might be a good idea. So let's go ahead and get this stuff installed.
For how many miles it has, it's pretty good for us to.
No, it's not. This isn't gonna come off, dude. Yeah, if we were smart, but we're not smart. We do this the hard way. Just to let you guys know, this is how you remove an exhaust. Yeah. Exhaust is almost done. I'll say it's done. I might put on a longer hanger here because of how close that sits. What do you call that? The hitch? There we go. The reason why this is not specific for the Forester, of course, the hanger location. We're not going to worry too much about that because honestly, it's pretty solid, but this thing is just absolutely gorgeous. And honestly, I was a little bummed starting out on this car just because it's so rusty and everything was fighting me, but that exhaust, wherever that is why I'm pumped on this car, is because we're going kind of dumb with this car, right? You know, off-road build, which is great, but we're doing something that I don't see a lot of people doing, which is kind of going like stupid off-road. Most people do like, you know, lift and some mild mods, and we're gonna go nutty with it. So anyway, I've got one more thing we're gonna do on the bottom. Whiteline rear lateral links. The reason why we're going with these bad mama jammas, these ones are completely broken. Now, the thing I'm worried about, I think they call them ladder bolts, the lateral link, long lateral link bolt. I have a feeling I'm gonna fight it. I did, you know, use some penetrating oil on it a while ago, and like every day, but I still feel like that's gonna be a pain. So let's struggle. This bolt and the ball joint bolts are some of my least favorite on a Subaru. And lucky us, we get to do 2-in-1 install video. We're gonna need more leverage. That's roughly 3 feet of leverage. Let's say I weigh 150 pounds. That would be 450 foot-pounds of torque. See if this thing will break at 450 foot-pounds. Moving. The biggest problem with these is, first of all, this long bolt goes all the way through the lateral links and the hub itself, and it rusts to the metal insert in the bushing here, and then of course rusts to the metal in the hub. Now the metal in the hub you can break pretty easily with, you know, 1200 foot breaker bar, but it's the bushings, because the bushings will just sit there and spin. I'm looking for a part, and hopefully you have it in stock. The long lateral link bolts on the rear suspension.
They do stock plenty of them, all of it, and you can...
It's not perfect, but that will work. Well guys, all the arms are off. That only took a few hours. Now we're just waiting for the new long bolts to come in from Subaru, and then we should be able to get everything installed. We are on the home stretch, guys. This has been seriously frustrating for me. I mean, I normally fight with these bolts, but this has been particularly frustrating. So we're gonna use some JDM bolt smooth paste. It's actually Tomei's. And we're just gonna apply it here. And then we can get the lateral links on. And then we can finish up, and hopefully we'll be able to start it. And then I do eventually wanna drive it. Maybe that won't be in this episode, and just see what else is wrong with the car. Moving on up to the east side. Now I'm just measuring to make sure that they're equal left to right, so 41.5. You go a little bit wider there, and 73. That one's spot on. Certainly took way longer than I expected, and I fought with it a whole bunch, but control arms are on. Look how freaking good these things look. So we've got everything tightened up, got the end links on, plus we added a longer hanger on the exhaust, and that centers it nicely. So if you are running, you know, a GD exhaust on your Forester, obviously you just won't use that hanger. Of course, we've got the downpipe, and now what we can do is lower the car down and tighten everything up top, put the intercooler on, and I really want to start this today. I'm not going to drive it, but I want to start it. Everything is done. Now we got to get our little jump starter and jump this thing. If you guys don't have one of these lithium ion jump packs, you're literally missing out on so much. Turn it on. Let's go start it. Here it goes. Oh, clutch works. That's good. The thing fired right up. It literally fired right up. This thing hasn't run in like 6 months. Let's see, this has 220,000 miles on it. And it says the fuel light's on. Oh yeah, that's dropping. Maybe that's right. This? Oh. Okay, we gotta listen to that. One more. Yeah. And that's it, guys. I'm gonna let this thing run, maybe hopefully charge the battery. I don't know, it's probably completely dead, but we fixed a lot of things on this car, and next episode, we're gonna be diving deep into real, actual fun modifications. You know, this episode was really just trying to get the car running. Next episode, we're gonna drive it, and we're gonna start doing fun modifications, so I'm really stoked. If you guys like this video, give me a thumbs up. If not, give me a thumbs down. If you want anything that you saw in this. It's in the description below. And if you guys want these dope AF shirts, I'll link those as well. See you guys next time.